I still remember I was an engineering teacher, and I used to start my sessions with English, but I could continue for 3 or 4 minutes, and after that I would slowly, naturally and unknowingly, without my notice, I would shift to Marathi, my regional language. Does this happen with you? It used to happen to me also. And I'll give you a practical solution, but no shortcut solution to overcome this problem. See, this is my personal experience. As I said before, I used to have this problem since many years. But today, as you know, I just speak continuously without any jump or shift to any other language. Now, first of all, you have to understand there are 2 reasons behind this. 2 reasons behind shifting, behind changing your language. Or you can't continuously speak the language. 2 reasons are there. First reason is psychological. Somewhere at the back of your mind, you are holding a belief that I can't speak more than 2 or 3 minutes. And now you're talking, 2 minutes passed, 3 minutes passed. And after 2 to 3 minutes, that bulb goes on here. Enough, your English is finished. And somewhere, when you continue, somewhere you get stuck with a word. You get stuck with a sentence. You aren't able to recall that word. You aren't able to frame that sentence. You panic. And what do? Slowly shift to your regional language. Because you believe that, oh my God, now I don't have the word. I got stuck. Which word to use? And then you naturally shift to your regional language or Hindi language, whichever it is. This is the first reason. Second reason is, yes, your lack of vocabulary or your lack of English framing or English sentences framing ability. Because of this second reason also, you aren't able to continue with your English and you stop. Yeah, these are the 2 reasons, right? Now, what I did, what is the solution for this? First, do this. Understand? Don't look for any shortcut or quick solutions. In fact, don't set any time limit. What students do is, my students, they ask me that, okay, so how long will it take me to continuously speak in English for 5, 10, 15 minutes or 1 hour? Understand, you can't set a deadline for this. This will happen, but you don't focus about that. When it will happen. The moment you focus, then you're constantly worried about, oh, Sandeep Patil has given me this tip and I'm following these tips, but still I'm not able to speak continuously for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. So don't set a limit. It depends on many factors which are not in your control. What is in your control is, I'm going to tell you now. Now see here. First thing you have to do is, next time when you're speaking and when 2-3 minutes pass, and then when you get stuck at that time, tell yourself that I'm not going to change my language. I will stop, but I will not change. I will continue with my language. Okay. Now in that situation, you will say that, but the person in front of me, he may think that I'm not good in English. Well, it is his problem, not your problem. And don't try to hide that your English is not good. The more you try to hide, the more nervous you will be. So accept candidly that yes, I'm working on my English communication, so I may get stuck. When you accept it, you will have no fear of getting stuck. Okay. Now, do one thing. When you get stuck, another thing is, understand, ask questions. Means what? Just, if you can't speak, then at least ask these questions. Means what will happen? The focus, the ball will be in his court, in that person's court. At least you get some time to think and calm down, and he will speak. You can ask some questions connected with the topic which you are discussing. Like, you can say, what do you think? What's your opinion about this? How do you feel about it? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. What's your take on this? Yeah, this is from my side, but what's your opinion about this? Would you like to add something? So, when you ask these kind of questions, temporarily the focus, the ball goes in your listener's court and he will speak. Now you got time. Yeah. Once he speaks, again you get that time and again you continue for 3 to 4 minutes. But at least you continued. You continued speaking. And now, this is a temporary solution, and the permanent solution I'll give you. The permanent solution is simple. Speak more. We have this, our world-class coordinator session, where students were having the same problem. But today, they are speaking continuously for 45 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. They tell me that we don't have any problems now. Initially, we couldn't speak continuously for 2, 3, 4, or 5 minutes. We would get stuck. Our fuel used to get exhausted. But today, our English fuel lasts for 1 hour, 2 hours, and they are very comfortable. But this change has happened after 6 months to 1 year in my institute with my students. So when you talk more, when you speak more, and when you speak for longer duration, that problem of getting stuck, losing your track, forgetting the words, you will be able to overcome. And it works. It has worked with me. I also did the same thing during my engineering days. Slowly, I started extending my time. Initially, I would speak for 2 to 3 minutes. But then I decided that no, I will speak more than that. Then when I told myself, no, I'm not going to jump to Marathi. Do you know what happened? Words started coming out of my mouth. That vocabulary, those sentences, initially it was difficult, but afterwards they started flowing. And now I was able to speak for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And a time came when my entire lecture was in English. But that happened in around 1 year to 2 years it took me. In between that, you can also do that. Okay? So follow my tips, and I'm sure that this problem will be overcome. I'm always there to help you as usual. Take care of your English communication, take care of your emotional health. And for that, I'm there to help you. Thank you. Namaste.